So online marketing. Here's the deal. Number one, if you are marketing online, I'm gonna start with Facebook, because that's what I know best, and B, that is where half of the planet is plugged into, is Facebook. Okay. If you are seriously looking to market on Facebook and you have not watched, studied, and applied the hidden videos available on our team livingwithoutlimits.com website, then you're not really serious about marketing this business on Facebook. Let me tell you what online marketing is not, okay? It is not you posting a link to your marketing site on your timeline and saying, join me. That's not network marketing. That's not online marketing. That's not even marketing. That's just soliciting, okay? Marketing is a process, and I know this is network marketing, and it's not the same as, you know, billboards and commercials and radio spots, but I'm going to say what Robert Mansell says all the time. The technology is different, the tools are different, but people are the same. Marketing is a process, y'all. The reason why I can show you the Jordan symbol, I got it on me somewhere, I always do. The reason why I can show you the Jordan symbol and you can tell me what that is and where it's from is because of marketing. Okay? Jordan Reed. Do you play basketball, bro?
I used to.
Okay. What brand of shoe did you play in?
Shaq.
Do I remember them?
What did he say?
Shaq.
What I was going to say is, whatever brand you played in was probably not Jordan's. And the reason why it probably wasn't Jordan's is because Jordan's as a shoe is not a very good game basketball shoe. And everybody in the game know that. But everybody on the street think Jordan basketball shoes are just the bomb. Well, they're the bomb because of marketing. They're not the bomb because they're the best basketball shoe. No more than McDonald's hamburgers are the best hamburgers. Carlisa can kill McDonald's hamburgers. I know it. She can kill it. But she can't sell 800 billion of them a second like McDonald's do.
Nope.
And the reason why they do that is not because it's the best product. It's because it has some of the best marketing. This is my point. Okay. Require consistent, focused, educated effort. Consistent, focused, educated effort. That's why I said you can't just post your link and think you're marketing. What we learn in business school is it takes 6 to 7 contacts in order for you to go from zero to creating an actual, we'll just say monetized connection, meaning you've created a connection whereby the person you're connecting with is actually willing to put money towards whatever it is you're talking about. It typically takes 6 to 7, okay? Are there exceptions to the rule? Of course they are. When I seen Wake Up Now, I heard about it for 20 minutes, no videos, no tools, no nothing, just a conversation, and I pulled out my credit card. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to promise you this, I'd already had way more than 6 or 7 contacts related to network marketing before I had that contact with Mike Colella. So just because Mike said it to me one time in 20 minutes and I signed up is not the same as me hearing it for the first time and I pull out my credit card. I told someone on a 3-way call today or yesterday, I'm not even sure when it was, but I was like, you know what? I'm not looking for a quick decision. I don't want you to hop in. I want you to decide your way in, not react, not knee-jerk, not hype. not hop. I want you to decide, okay? You want people to decide to join you. You want them to have to make a decision that creates their subconscious to affirm the decision that they just made. And we know from psychology that that only happens when that decision is made on that next level or two up. It doesn't happen when it's off the cuff. We can talk about relationships, we can talk about business, it's the same thing. Just because a girl looks cute don't mean you need to be trying to marry her. It takes time to figure out if this is what needs to happen next. And if you hop into a marriage, guess what? You will hop your tail right on out too. So you want to be a marketer, you want to have consistent, focused, educated effort. Consistent, focused, educated effort. Facebook. www.teamlivingwithoutlimits.com has a series of videos, very well made, very good information, absolutely applicable to everyone on my team and in any network market, but everyone on my team, and effective.
Without some of the videos don't work anymore.
Huh?
Some of them videos don't work anymore because I'm on there.
Okay, we'll pull up. Well, two things. One, we'll pull up some links to some videos that do work. Number two, I believe we have documents of the notes from the videos that we can provide as well. So, I guess the third part is that there's other sources for the same type of information. What I'm communicating to you is you want to make sure that what you're doing is based off of credible information, and you're not just putting stuff out there. All right? So, Facebook, marketing systems. I personally know of 3 different marketing systems. I'm going to take a moment to define a network marketing system. Okay? Network marketing, the cycle that we go through is lead. Can somebody mute that, please? I'm recording, thank you. So the cycle that we go through is lead generation, the actual identification or creation of a lead, of a prospect, lead generation. Then there's lead capture. That is acquiring the contact information of that lead. Lead generation, lead capture. The third element is lead conversion. That's where you communicate whatever your message is to that prospect, and it is sufficient and effectual enough that they are willing to go to the next step. Whether that next step is sign up in your business as a preferred customer or an IBO, or the next step is simply answering your phone call when you call them back and you're doing PPSS3, or them requesting more information and you're able to send them another video. So lead generation, lead capture, lead conversion. The fourth element is training. There is no system if there's no training, which is why this can never ever be the Steve Show. This can never ever be the Mike Colella Show. It cannot be the Jordan Show. It cannot be the Natalie Show. It can't be the Nicole Buchanan Show. It has to be the System Show. Because without training, and that training is going to be on a system, without training, we just have jobs. We absolutely just have jobs. Hold on, let me look. Somebody just texted me. Somebody's lost. Okay. Who's upline is that? Hey, Timwa. Timwa. Yeah, I just got a message from your mom. She needs help. Can you text her right quick? I think she's trying to join this.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So the system that we use, you already know that. PPSS3. If you have any questions about that, We have a YouTube channel. Our team has a YouTube channel, and there is a video on there that explains it and talks about it, all right? And if you have questions after that, I'll be glad to answer. But you need to go check that information out first. The 3 marketing systems that I know of, one is made by Brandon Boyd, one is made by Greg Padrill, and the other one is called Power Paychecks. I'm not going to even discuss Greg Padrill's because I think it's at the bottom of the list, and it's the least effectual, and it's not updated, so ixnay on Greg Padrill's. Brandon Boyd's marketing system, Solution 1, is the best system I've seen so far. There's going to be a problem, or not going to be, the issue with any marketing system, unless you created it or you create it just for you, is that it's not going to be very personalized. You're not going to see your face in it. You're not going to see the information the way you would say it won't be in it. But that is okay if the system itself is solid. Brandon Boyd created Solution 1, www.solution1.com, and that system is as solid as anything else that I've seen. Power Paychecks has a decent system. It has an excellent set of ads that you can use to copy, paste, and post. It has an excellent marketing strategy that they actually step through when you go through the website. And I sent the links to all of this is on our team page. So if you're ever looking for something that I'm talking about and I say it's on our team page, use the search function and you'll be able to find it. So if you go to our Team Go Get It page on Facebook and you click the search button, and you click the search button, what you're going to find, I'm sorry, you go to our team page, you click the search button, type in PPC or Power Paychecks, you're going to come up with the post where all the information is on that, okay? So what I'm talking about is really all already available. I'm just telling you about it and where to go find it. So between Power Paychecks ad system and Brandon Boyd Solution 1 system, I think we have the closest thing to a complete marketing system that exists. The problem with any marketing system, maybe I shouldn't say it like that, the hardest part of any marketing system is lead generation. Identifying quality leads is the hardest part of this whole thing. And if you think about what I'm saying, you already know that. Getting them the information is easy. What's hard is finding the right people to give the information to. There's only 2 ways of doing that. I'm sorry. It's just as simple as this. There's only 2 ways. You either pay for leads or you market for the leads. Meaning you either pay someone to send you people or you do activities that result in people coming to you. Power Paychecks does both. They have something called a co-op, which is where you basically bucket your money together and they pay lead providers to send X number of leads to your account. You have no idea where these leads live. You have no idea the quality of them. There's no guarantee that they're going to sign up or be interested or even watch more than half of the video. None of those guarantees exist. But if you think about it, when you watch a commercial on TV, you don't watch a commercial and then run out to the store and go buy what you just saw anyway. So you don't do that, so it will be unreasonable to expect someone else to just do that, or let me be more clear. It would be unreasonable to expect everyone else to do that, okay? Now, just like if you see a commercial and you've been thinking about that or talking about that or looking for that anyway, and then you find out that exactly what you're looking for is right at the store and at the corner, then you may run out in direct response to that commercial and go do that. Otherwise, best case, you're going to make a mental note about the place that you think you need to go check out because you're looking for XYZ is right over there. And the next time you happen to be in an area, you might actually stop in that store. That's just how our brains work, okay? And so Technology may change, tools may change, but we don't. So with your network marketing, with your Wake Up Now, with your Facebook marketing campaign, you need to, how do I say this? You are absolutely in control. You absolutely have the power over who you're marketing to on Facebook. What do I mean? You can choose who sees what you're posting on Facebook, whether it's your timeline or otherwise. But let's take it up a notch, because I don't want to just talk about base level stuff the whole time. There are also groups on Facebook that many of you know about, because I see your names and you've already liked them and you've added yourself to them, but there are groups on Facebook that represent the demographic that you're looking for. So there's a gentleman on Mike's team, his name is Jay, and he uses a lot of hashtags. See, I didn't call it a pound sign because I'm not old. I said hashtag. But he uses a lot of hashtags, and the reason why he uses those is because if you put a hashtag in a search box on Facebook, it'll pull up all the posts that use that same hashtag. So let's say you pull up, you type in hashtag single mom. Then Facebook is going to show you every post. I don't know how far back it goes, but it will show you a series of posts where people have actually used that hashtag. So if you are looking for single moms to join your business, or you think single moms are a good demographic for you to target, that is one way for you to go generate leads. Now, I won't take the time to try to explain all the different demographics, but I'm going to put it to you like this. You want people on your team that are like the people in Wake Up Now that you admire. I'll say that again. The people you want on your team are the ones who you think are similar to, or have similar interests or similar tendencies to individuals that you admire and Wake Up Now. So whether that's yourself, and for many of you it absolutely should be yourself, or that's some upline or crossline or executive or whatever the case is, you can identify potential leads by targeting, using hashtags, different groups within Facebook. That's just, and I just give that really as an example, okay? It's a tangible, actual thing you can go do tonight that will help you identify some potential leads. I use the word potential a few times, and this is my reason for that. Because please understand that the majority of the decision process for someone joining Wake Up Now has to do with their connection to you. To you. Not how much they like Thunder, not how cool they think TaxBot is, not how awesome they think Seymour Green's beard is. The majority of the reason why someone joins Wake Up Now is because of the person that they join with. And so I say that for a couple of reasons. One, going back to the Higdon videos, a huge part of that video series is talking about perception management. It's talking about profile management. It's talking about attraction. What is that called? The law of attraction. The law of attraction. You need to put out there what you're looking to get, who you're looking to receive, who you're wanting to lock arms with. That's what you want to put out there. So if I go to your Facebook page right now, and number one, I don't see anything about business, you got a problem right there. If I go to your Facebook page right now, and not only do I not see business, but I see a bunch of negative stuff, or a bunch of silly stuff, or, well, I guess silly kind of covers the next thing I was going to say. You know, what time you brushed your teeth yesterday. Let me tell you something. And real estate investors, real estate agents are taught this. They know this. People make connections to people who bring value. Well, let me say this very clearly. Intelligent, savvy people make connections with people who bring value. Intelligent, savvy people disconnect from people who don't bring value. Now, as a marketer, I never, ever delete or erase any contact. I think I did one in the last year. I don't block anyone from seeing my profile unless they've done something that shows me I can't have them accessing my profile. And the way my profile on Facebook is set up, you can't post my timeline without me approving it anyway. So unless I'm just tired of seeing your craziness you keep tagging me on, there's no reason for me to block anyone. So Facebook is just an example. The two systems I mentioned, Power Paycheck and Solution One, are examples. The absolute key thing I want everybody to understand is network or marketing, period, is all about consistent, focused, educated activity. Consistent, focused, educated activity. Consistent, focused, educated activity. Okay? Online marketing. So let's do this. I'm watching my time closely because I want to make sure that I talk about both things, online and offline. I'm going to give 5 minutes for you to ask questions about online stuff, online marketing. I need online marketing questions. If you have any questions about online marketing, I want you to unmute and ask your question and go ahead and mute back. Go. No one? If you're on the phone call, same for you. Timwa, Teresa. I think that's Mama Fury. I keep saying Fury. Mama Peary. Hey, Mama.
I'm here. Hi, Steven.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Chelsea, are there any questions about online marketing? Going once?
No, sir.
Going twice? All right. Let's talk about offline marketing then. So, the concepts are the same, are exactly the same, actually. But offline marketing, I think, is different in a few important areas, but really it's about the level of it. So the difference between online marketing and offline marketing for most people now, is the amount of physical contact. So online marketing goes without saying, there's no physical contact, everything is electronic, right? Offline marketing includes face-to-face interactions, cold marketing, etc. Now, offline marketing also includes, posting flyers and pull tabs and leaving business cards, etc. It also includes that. But the part I want to talk about mostly for offline marketing is what we're doing, what you're doing, what we can do to develop more leads. More leads. Again, I am focusing on the hardest part of the entire marketing cycle. Lead conversion is easy. Lead capture is easy. Training is easy. What's hard is lead generation. So that's the part I want to focus on. So offline lead generation, what is that? That includes many things. It includes, and I think it was Bianca on a call. I think she was the one I heard say this. But it includes you joining some group just to get access to a different group of individuals. So I'm gonna share a challenge that I have to consciously fight against, because I don't have a job, because I work from home. I can literally go 4 days without really leaving my house. I can literally go days and days and days in a row with driving to a location, going in, coming out, getting back in my car, and coming back home. Now, if that's all I did, it's going to be a real challenge for me to identify new prospects, new leads as I go about my day-to-day. Which then means if I do want to get those leads, I'm going to end up doing something that I shouldn't do, which is go out for the sole purpose of prospecting. And that's why I say it like that. Can you prospect? Can you go prospecting? Absolutely yes. But it needs to be planned. It needs to be a clear strategy. That's what it is. You need to have a clear strategy when you do that, okay? Because you can easily waste hours and hours of time and hundreds of dollars just doing something like, I don't know, printing off 3,000 flyers and saying you're going to go pass them out on campus. Printing out flyers and pass them out on campus is not what I call offline marketing. It's what I call killing trees and wasting time. Why? Because there's other ways to market that are 20 times more effective than that. Okay? Someone, I don't remember who it was, somebody asked me, you know, who makes great flyers. And I actually have a graphic artist that makes really beautiful flyers. The problem is that flyers in and of themselves are not, flyers is not the same thing as a marketing strategy. Having flyers, a flyer is not a marketing campaign. And the reason why they call it a campaign is because the experts understand that it's going to take more than just one contact for someone to make a connection and a decision. And so if all you do is bump into somebody and hand them a flyer, that's just one contact. And most likely, to keep it honest and real, they're just going to toss that flyer as soon as they get out of your eyesight. What you want to do is you want to create a scenario where if you are out just to do that, that you're creating multiple contacts within that same scenario. The example I can give real quick is setting up the whole tables with the Cancun cards and the Thunder samples and having a location on a college campus where people come to you or walk past you. Well, how is that different than just passing out flyers? I'll tell you. It's different because someone can walk past one time and read your sign as they go past. That's a contact. They can walk back past again, read a different sign that you have posted, or read a can. That's 2 contacts. They could come up to your table and ask you a question. That's 3 contacts. They can put their name down to win a trip to Cancun, and thus you're explaining the Cancun cards. That's 4 contacts. And so you literally can have somebody who walks past a couple times, has a 20-minute conversation with somebody at that table, and you've had 5, 6, 7, 8 contacts with that one person. And I see Stephanie Peck is on the line, and as she can attest, even with that many contacts, you still aren't likely to have, 20, 30 people who just sign up in your business. That's not how that works, okay? But what you are doing by creating that scenario is you're giving yourself at least an opportunity to be successful. So offline. So the offline that I'm going to recommend to everyone, the offline I want to recommend to everyone, is that you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I'm going to say it again. You need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You need to get comfortable with talking to complete strangers and starting conversations and looking for opportunities to create a connection between yourself and that new person that you don't know. Because if you are willing and able to, if you're willing and able to make that connection with that person you don't know, over time you're going to get comfortable with it. And I'm going to tell you this, when talking to complete strangers becomes comfortable for you, network marketing and finding leads becomes easy. It becomes easy. Okay? Let me throw some tools out there just to make sure that you guys know they exist. One of them, and this ties into what I'm talking about now with the offline marketing. One of them is, I made a post, and I don't know when it was, but it basically said that at the bottom of this team page, there's a gold mine. If you know what I'm talking about, tell the team what the gold mine was. Nobody knows, then I'll just answer it myself.
Right, all them ebooks.
Ebooks, no. Not ebooks.
Okay, you said you made a post about the gold mine, Steven?
I made a post on our team page that said at the bottom of this, and I gave the link, at the bottom of this page is a gold mine. Nobody know?
And you're asking what that gold mine is?
I'm asking if anybody remembers what that gold mine is, yes. No? All right, it's okay. So if you type in gold mine in the search on the Facebook page, you're going to find a link that goes to the scripts. There's 2 scripts on our teamlivingwithoutlimits.com page. One is by Todd Falcone, the other one is Eric Worre. If you haven't seen it, Todd Falcone is called, it's like the Black Book of Scripts. It is phenomenal. You want to figure out what to say when you talk to a new person, what to say over the phone when you call a prospect. If you have trouble coming up with the right words or saying something that you think is effective or is actually effective, use the scripts from those who have gone before and have done it. At the bottom of that page is the gold mine, and that gold mine is the wisdom and knowledge of very, very successful marketers, not just network marketers, but marketers, period. So I encourage you all to go check that out. You know, and I'm gonna say this too. You know, so I understand the value that you place on coming together as a team and having FaceTime with Upline. I totally get that. I do the same thing. I was on a Google Hangout today with Robin Mansell. I totally get it. And I'm gonna tell you this: it's what you do when I don't see you that's gonna make your business. It's what you're doing when no one can see you that's going to determine your trajectory and the speed with which you arrive at your destination. So I could talk to you like this for 3 days straight and not be able to convey the wisdom of the 30 books that I've read over the last 10 years. But you can take them same 3 days and you can read 5 of those books. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but the stuff that's being posted, check it out. The information that's out there, check it out. Marketing, that's how I recommend you do it. Please go check out those scripts. They're going to be very helpful to you. All right, I'm going to take a pause here and see if there are any questions about either of them. Any online marketing questions or offline marketing questions?
You said those scripts are on the Team Living Without Limits page?
Yes, the actual link is on our team page. So do a search and type in script.
Okay.
On my phone.
What was that, Gonzo?
I said I bookmarked it earlier on my phone because I did go to it. I just didn't go to the bottom of the page.
Oh, gotcha.
But okay, on the we're dealing with cold market on offline. I know how they always say you have to build relationships. Is that the case every single time? Like, do you always have to build a relationship first before trying to get your opportunity, quote unquote, or point across?
Good question. My answer is no, but it's okay. My answer is really no. I think because of how you asked the question, really. there are always exceptions to every rule. But let me maybe try to answer what I think you're asking me. At what point do you try to get your point across? Do you have to wait until you done talk to this person for 5 hours before you pitch them? My answer to that really is no. You don't have to wait 5 hours, and it depends on what. So the reason why I put that word pre-qualify into PS3 is because I feel like we spend a lot of time talking to people that we don't need to be talking to. We're talking to people who aren't looking. We're talking to people who aren't savvy. We're talking to people who don't care. We're talking to people who are lazy. We're talking to people who are comfortable. We're talking to people who are satisfied with wherever they are in their life. And without putting any judgment on that, that's not what you're looking for. And so if you are spending most of your time trying to pique their interest instead of spending some good time trying to pre-qualify them, then you're going to end up talking for 5 hours before you pitch.
That's why you pre-qualify with the questions, right? Like you ask certain questions, right?
Right. Well, and I'll tell you, yes, absolutely. But I'm gonna give a shout out to Stephen Chatterton, one of my mentors. Steve Chatterton talks about form. He didn't invent it, but he talks about it a lot on the team. Form is family, occupation, recreation, then message. And the reason why it's form and not me for is because the message comes at the end, not at the beginning. It's also form because if you get someone talking about their family, their occupation, and what they do for fun, 9 times out of 10, you're going to identify a connection point to attach your message to, which, interestingly enough, goes to a point I want to make here. I'm going to try to finish that thought and then come back to this point I want to make. So when you are talking to prospects and you're pre-qualifying, what does that even really mean? It means you are trying to determine as best you can if they are who you are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Are they looking? And I'll give you one. So a lot of times people talk about pre-qualifying, but they don't use the word pre-qualifying. So when you go to the bank and you are talking to the teller, I did this a couple of days ago, you're talking to the teller. I will ask the teller, almost random, not inappropriate, but almost random questions because I want to see what their response is. I want to see if they're friendly. I want to see if they're witty. I want to see if they're good communicators. Or are they just bean counters who happen to get stuck up in the front instead of being back in the back like they usually are? So if I go up to a bank teller and, we're doing a transaction and I say, well, would you buy a red car or a white car if money was no object? And they look at me and like, well, that's a dumb question. I'm like, okay, thank you for answering my question. You answered both my questions at once. You told me that you're not witty, you're not communicable, or you're communicative. Communicable. You're not communicative. You're not witty, and maybe you're having a bad day, but I can't help that. You just lost out on $1 million. So my point there is we need to make sure that we're pre-qualifying people. That's the end of my thought on that, but let me connect that to something that I thought about last week, really, and it happened again this week again. So on these three-way calls, this is not really marketing, but it's related to pre-qualifying, so I'm going to say it now. On these three-way calls, give your expert something to work with. Have enough information about the person you're doing a three-way call for that you can communicate some connection point to your expert when your expert starts talking. Let me give you an example. We teach on Team Go Get It that you are supposed to contact your prospect first after they've seen a business presentation not a lifestyle video only, a business presentation. You ask them 3 questions. What are those 3 questions, team?
Did that make sense? What was your favorite part? Do you have any questions? Are you ready to go?
Thank you, Natalie. Absolutely. Now let's think about the second question. If you ask them what was your favorite part and you listened to their answer and they answered it, then you should be able to communicate that to your expert. And you know me.
You tell your expert what they say.
Their question. Is there a question?
Somebody's got a lot of background.
6544. Go ahead and mute. Or you know what? I can mute you. But well, you know what? If I mute you, I won't be able to. Well, I'm gonna mute you because you're making noise. All right. So, why do I bring that up? Because there should be a reason why you're talking to this person, sharing business information with them, and connecting them on the phone with your expert. There should be a reason. And the reason cannot be, let me make this very clear, the reason cannot be so your expert can talk them into Wake Up Now. That is not my job or any leaders or any expert's job. It is not your job. I don't care if you are an IBO, you haven't sponsored anyone yet. I am telling you, it is not your job to talk someone into Wake Up Now. All that verbiage that you're using to try to talk someone into Wake Up Now, you could be using to identify the next Eric Turner, a.k.a. Seymour Green. And if you got your expert involved as well, you're now taking the time out of 2 IBOs to try to talk somebody into the business, and they've not shown any reason why they're qualified. Why does Daryl YG talk about negative people are disqualified? Because you can't fix stupid. You just can't. And you know, I'm gonna tell you this here now. There's a scripture in the Bible that I think it was Jesus talking, and whoever was talking, he said, "You think that you'll be heard because of your much speaking." And I apply that to this business because we think that the more we talk, the more they're hearing us. And what I'm going to tell you is the more you listen, the more they'll hear you. Which means you got to get them talking. Which goes right back to cold market, generating leads. You want them talking to you about family, occupation, recreation, so that you now can decide, as a business owner if their current situation has a connection for you to attach your message about Wake Up Now to. So Gonzo was asking, hey, you know, do you have to fall in love before you show the plan? No, but it's probably a good idea if you actually like them. It's probably a good idea if you've had enough of a conversation that you feel like there's something you have to offer. And just because they're broke is not enough. I'm going to give you a quick tip. You are not so much looking for people that need this. You're looking for people that want this.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm in charge of the water. I have found it really helpful, especially for people that don't know me very well. When I am asking for a three-way call for instance, Boyd or anybody, I always give like detail as soon as they say yes. This is a single mom, she's a student, she has a child, or this is a man who retired from the police academy, he's just looking for something extra to do. Like, giving that background information is really important, like you said, so people can connect. And for me, it helps me figure out, okay, if you put a grown man on the phone and I just say, hey, how are you? You saw a video. I don't know how to connect to them. So it's really important when you tell us either why they're interested or what they told you they already liked about it or just the situations in their life you can relate to them. It's made a big difference in my three-way calls. So.
And I'm very glad you shared that. I'm very glad you shared that. What I would piggyback on is I want 80% of the answers to those first two questions and 20% their personal background. What I want to spend my time as the expert doing on these three-way calls is connecting what I understand about this industry and this business to what they need.
Right.
And so if you've already determined in your mind that their why would be this, or they've told you, I like saving money. If they tell you, I like saving money, that's more important to me personally than if they grew up on the south side of Chicago. Because, yeah, I can say, well, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, too. And you did, too. Well, great. Now what?
Right. I have an example. I was talking with Teresa Hauser earlier, and she had shared some of her Thunder products at work, and there was a gentleman that had to stop drinking energy drinks because he couldn't have the sugar anymore. And so when he found out there's this energy drink that's sugar-free and it doesn't have aspartame and stuff like that in it, he was like, what? Bring one so I can try it. I really want some. So knowing background information like that, like they're interested specifically in a product, is awesome.
Yes. Now check this out. And just to drive this point home, I don't know why that person can't do sugar, but let's just say it was diabetes. So if you share with me that someone has diabetes, that's good to know, but that's not as powerful or valuable a piece of information to me as your expert as you communicating to me that they absolutely love Thunder. All right? So, and without getting too technical, the difference in what I'm talking about is the difference between what's called, what the actual definition of demographics is, and the other word, which is psychographics. So the fact that they like energy drinks but can't take the sugar, that's psychographic stuff. That is the rationale behind how they make decisions. Demographic is, you know, middle-aged, diabetic, type 2, blah, blah, blah. What we're looking for, what you're looking for, and if you're not sure what these terms mean, please Google them, because that's what I do all the time. Psychographics. I'm looking for the psychographical connection between what I offer and what they need and want. All right? So it is 11:58. We got a couple minutes left here. All right, so are there any questions about online, offline marketing, or does anyone have a comment they want to make about what we've talked about tonight? And I'm going to do this like this because we don't have that much time. I'm going to start with Teresa, ask her to unmute if she has anything and let us know. If she doesn't, fine. If you don't have anything, say nothing now or whatever, just so we can move on. Teresa?
Hi, Stephen. Hi, everybody. No, I don't think I have any questions right now.
Okay.
So you were pretty thorough and answered a few of my questions that I had. So.
Excellent. All right. Ms. Chelsea?
No, sir, I don't.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I think this is Mama Peary. Do you have any questions, Mama?
Can't mute it.
She's not muted. Okay, I guess I'm assuming that. So the last four are 1220. Who is that? All right, let's move on.
That's Mrs. Fury.
Okay, no worries. And who is this in Milwaukee? 6544.
No, I don't have any questions at the moment.
And who is that?
No, I don't have any questions at the moment.
No, I heard you. I'm asking, who are you?
My name is Charles.
His name.
And whose team are you on, Charles?
Do you know Timois?
Timwa, I sure do.
Yeah, I'm on his team.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalo.
Yeah. I don't have anything. I got some good notes, and so okay, for now.
All right, thank you, sir. James. You're muted right now, James. All right, we're going to skip James. And we're going to go to One Royalty.
You?
Hey.
I mean, do you have a question?
No, I have a comment though.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, baby. I think what you said was really important about how when you're doing a three-way call to inform the leader or the expert at the moment about the person to make a connection, either to their life or directly to what their problem is and what they need. And it goes back to not presenting the same way to everybody individually and connect it with them personally, because we have the answers to their problem. We just need to figure out what their problem is first instead of just throwing everything at them.
I like that. Instead of just throwing everything at them. I totally agree. All right. So that's everyone. Did you have anything you want to say? No? Okay. So that's it, people. That was 1 hour. We recorded, I think, the majority of this. I'm going to figure out how to do something with that and post that somewhere. We'll figure that part out. But thank you for your time. And look, if there are any topics like this that you know, enough people want to hear about or talk about, just put it out there. Let me know. Let your leaders know. And we will absolutely bring something together and get that information to you. We, Team Go Get It, will be the best trained and best supported team in Wake Up Now. Period. So,
Period.
Thank you for your time. One love. Y'all have a good night.
Peace out.